Hey, Tony here from LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com, and I just want to say thank you for watching this quick video. We're going to be talking about a VIP member's project here, and he has a question or two, and I think it's going to be very helpful for you. So after watching his video, if it was helpful, please comment in the comment section down below what you thought about it, and if you have any other questions, and I feel that, hey, it's a good question, I'll go out and make a video like this just for you. All right, so let's get started here. Ahmed from South Africa emailed in a bunch of pictures that I have for you to show you his project and some questions. So let's get into it. So his main question is, can I apply body filler directly over metal, or should it be over primer? And the other question is, best use for polyester primer or glaze putties? Alright, so if you want more information after this video, feel free to check out LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com, where you could download a free 85-page auto body guide. Alright, so let's get into Ahmed's 1996 Jeep Cherokee Country, and this is what it looks like. He's been putting some time on it and taking some molding trim off, sanding, and this is the goal. You know, he wants to bring it back original with the two-tone green and gold paint job, and you know, just bring it back to life again. So quickly, let's get into the story and some of his questions, and we'll go ahead and tackle it and get you clear on this topic. So, hey Tony, hope all is going well. This is Ahmed, new Learn Auto Body and VIP Paint member from South Africa. I really enjoy watching your videos since I got tons of information. I have some experience in using spray cans, but this is the first time that I will use the spray gun, and I'm waiting on my new Atom X20 low volume, low pressure spray gun. I have a 40 gallon or exactly 150 liter air compressor, 11.1 CFM, 3 horsepower motor. Okay, not bad. That compressor size is not bad. If you're going to be painting this whole thing, I would recommend if you can get a bigger, 50 or 60 gallon, you'll be in a lot better shape because you'll have more volume for your air. But this thing, you can do it. You can get away with painting the whole thing. It might be a little tricky, but just consider upgrading your compressor before spraying the whole thing. Unless you decide that you want to spray this thing in sections. Maybe do the green one day and then do the gold around the whole bottom another day. That's very possible. So it says, I'm working on a Jeep Cherokee 1996 Country. Most of the clear coat is faded, clear coat peeling off, so I decided to repaint the whole car. I started to sand all damaged faded surfaces with 120 grit. I removed the side moldings. 120 grit, let me tell you, is a little rough just sanding down, but if you're going to prime the whole thing, you're not going to have an issue with that. All right, so let's just keep going. I've removed the side moldings in the doors, and I found old bodywork. They have used body filler on the rusted area. It's not deep rust, only surface rust, but it's not smooth even after sanding. So I have removed 80% of the old body filler, and in some areas I've reached to the bare metal using 80 grit. Now I have several questions. Okay, so I got the questions on another slide, guys, so we're just going to go ahead and check out the project. So if we look on the little picture on the right side here, you can see that he removed the trim, the rubber trim there, and then under the trim there was some bodywork damage that somebody repaired, and they basically filled it quick and put the trim back on, right, after painting. And you can see it sanding down. More pictures of him sanding down and doing some body work here, and then we have the shots here with the main question. So he grinded off the old body filler under the moldings. You can see the rusted area before sanding. Most of the old body filler came off when I removed the side molding. So he's grinding down, and then he's using a polyester glaze putty that he was talking about here. Polyester putty, and he had a question about how to use this stuff, before painting and spraying. Okay, and speaking of spraying, if you guys are looking for some awesome spray guns, definitely check out the Atom X spray guns over at Zula.com. They come with a cool light system that lights up all of your panels while you're painting. But anyway, here's the big question. number one, after cleaning all rusted areas with 80 grit, so basically sanding down with 80 grit, should I use epoxy primer first, then put body filler, or does it not matter? See the attached photo to understand what type of rusted surface I mean. So he basically grinded down like in here on the left picture there, right? And he wants to know if he could put body filler right over it or epoxy prime it, then put body filler. So the right answer is I would treat it first with a little bit of vinegar water. So mix 50% vinegar, 50% water, okay? And just wipe it on with a rag, okay? Let it dry and then scuff it up a little bit with 80 grit again, okay? After that, I would apply body filler right over the rust and just fill it, okay? I'm assuming that you're not going to be welding any sheet metal or else you would have asked me. So you're just going to just do a fill and paint job on this thing, you know, just get it sealed up, filled up, shaped up, and painted. So you could apply body filler right over this type of rusted area, okay, after you sand it out and treat it, okay? After you treat it, make sure you sand it again. You can also use a naval jelly rust treatment, okay, if you don't want to use a vinegar water. But vinegar water works really well, okay? The vinegar neutralizes and kills the rust, and you should be good. And also, the other thing you could do with this panel is take out your door panel on the inner side and get some not rust remover, undercoating, some black undercoating, okay? Bondo brand sells it. You can use Raptor liner, a paintable undercoating, and I would spray and seal the back side of this panel from the back with undercoating, just to seal it off from the moisture, okay? After you repair the front or while you're doing it, doesn't matter. Just get some undercoating under there. Take your door panel off, make sure your window is up so you can get to access the back panel, and then remove the panel and then basically just spray that whole back area, okay? So the question is, should I use epoxy primer? So you don't have to use epoxy primer. I would do the body filler first, right over all of that, scuff it, sand it down. You could seal it with an epoxy primer, let that dry, and then put 2K filler primer on top of it, and then finish off ready for paint. Okay, that's what you could do. Or if you have a lot of body filler area, you know, with not too much metal showing, you could just finish the body work with body filler, right? Shape it with 80 grit, get down to a 150. I would even go down to a 220, 240 grit, smoothen the filler out, right? 240 grit, and then you can put 2 heavy coats of 2K body filler over that, not body filler, 2K primer over that. Sorry guys, I'm looking at the next slide and I'm thinking about body filler. So you could put a 2K filler primer over that, right? Let that dry and then block sand it out, and you're good to go. Number 2, can I use new body filler over old body filler? As I said, I removed about 80% of the old body filler. Yes, you can. It's not going to have a impact, a problem. You could definitely, you know, if you want to do it right, it's best to grind out all of the old filler. I mean, you're down there anyway, you're grinding it out anyway. You know, there's probably not much left over. You could just finish grinding it out and then just put new filler over the whole thing. But it's not going to kill it, it's not going to hurt it if you put new body filler over a little bit of, you know, old body filler that's remaining on the panel. All right, it's not going to be an issue. Okay, but the correct way, the right way to do it is just to grind off the old body filler and then put new filler. Okay. Third, the main question: what is the difference between the body filler and polyester putty? I bought polyester putty, but I'm confused because some guy said use polyester putty for tiny imperfections like glaze putty over the body filler. That is correct, okay? Body filler is used for more deeper dents and gouges and filling up rust spots, just like what you're doing here, okay? You want to go with a body filler. It's thicker, okay? It's a different filler. It's a thicker filler that's used for deep, you know, dents, scratch it, you know, deep body worked areas, you know, a lot of metal coverage that you're doing. That's when you want to use your regular body filler, okay? Bondo, Rage Gold, okay, Evercoat, body fillers, that's the stuff that you want to use, okay? And then the glaze putty goes over that after you prime, Okay, so your last question is number 4. Before applying the 2K primer, what type of sanding should I use? 80 grit enough or use 150? So I would shape your body filler, okay, your main bodywork layer, your main body filler, with 80 grit, number 1. You could go down to a 150 and then up to a 240, okay? You could finish off with a 240, 280 in that area. It doesn't matter because 2K filler primer is thick and it'll fill that, no problem. You don't have to go to a 320 like you're asking. That's kind of overkill, okay? You could finish off, you can go 80, cut it with 150. You could even prime over the 150, to be honest. You could 2K filler prime over 150, but you could even go from 80 to 150 to 240, or you could just go from 80 to 240. It's just going to take a little more passes going back and forth, up and down sanding to get it to that 240 grit. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much the strategy there. So the polyester filler or polyester glaze putty. So there's something called feather fill, and we talked about this in one of our older presentations where if you look through our channel, you'll see that we did a whole presentation like this just talking about the feather fill G2 by Evercoat. Now, this stuff is a very, very thick polyester filler primer. Okay, and you could literally prime over 60 or 80 grit. So if you really wanted to, instead of using a regular 2K filler primer, that's a thinner, you could use this feather fill. I don't know if you can get it where you are, but you can use this and spray over 80 grit or 120 grit or 150 grit, and then block sand that out or DA sand that out with like a 380 grit, and then wash sand it with 400 to get it ready for paint. Okay, the price is about $80 to $90 for a gallon kit. It depends. And then the Dolphin Glaze, this is a glaze putty, just like you were talking about here, your polyester putty. This Dolphin Glaze here is the same type of stuff where you mix it with a couple of drops of activator. It's a 2K polyester glaze putty, right, which you would use to fill scratches, nicks, and chips and body parts. So after you do all your body work, right, you'd want to basically do your body filler, okay? Then you would do your cutting with 80 grit, maybe down to 150, 240. Then you would put your 2K filler primer on top of that, let that dry really good, for a few hours. Then you would basically sand that out, block sand it out. And if you see any minor imperfections like little chips or nicks or deep scratches that you have left over, that's when you would use your polyester putty there, or the Dolphin Glaze putty for you guys in America. And a bag of this stuff is about 15 bucks. I'm not sure how many ounces that is. I forgot. Maybe it's about 8 ounces of product or 16 ounces. It's a pretty big bag. But it's about 15 bucks on average for the glaze putty. And I recommend it. It's a good glaze putty. I use it a lot on my projects, and it works really well. So I hope this video helped you out. If you have any questions, let me know. And another cool product, if you're looking, check out the new GunBud Universal Spray Gun Ultra Lighting System. It'll help you see a lot better while you're painting. It's universal, so you basically put the gun butt, it snaps onto any spray gun cup, gravity feed, or siphon feed. You just put it on reverse and you're just going to get the light from the bottom of the gun shining up. And it works really well. It helps eliminate shadows. You can get better paint jobs because a lot of paint jobs, when you get runs, it's because you can't see what you're doing. So to help you eliminate those sags and runs as well. So check out the GunBud, super cool. I like it. They gave us a bunch. I gave a ton away to my subscribers and VIP members, and now I'm actually buying them and giving them away to my VIP guys. So definitely check them out. You can get them on Zula.com or Amazon. And that's pretty much it. So did you enjoy the video? Please comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you have any other questions or requests for these types of videos, comment down below, please. Hit the like button. Share with your friends and family, whoever is into this type of stuff. And if you want to learn more about auto body, definitely check out my comprehensive Learn Auto Body and Paint VIP Mastery course. We have over 10,000 VIP members worldwide. I've been helping people with auto body since 2010. Been doing this for over 20 years myself. Painted my first car at 15 years old. And this is just my way of giving back and helping people learn how to customize and trick out their own projects, make side money doing this for customers or friends or family members' cars, and everything in between. So definitely check out learnautobodyandpaint.com to learn more, and maybe you might even want to become VIP. Talk to you soon. Have a great day. Thanks for watching the video. Cheers.